Nobody told me I needed knee replacement.
Well,
They were too busy selling me on stem cells and this injection and this therapy. And then finally, one of my kids said, Mom, do you think you need to get surgery? And I was like, oh.
Let's talk knees, titanium knees, from hurting to healing, to taking the lead. Let's talk knees.
Hi, we're Dee and Cindy Hathaway, and this is Total Knee Talk. This is our very first interview, discussion, chat, and we have...
So we're nervous.
No, God, you are not. You do this all the time.
We have Geezer Gardner here. This is Vicky from Colorado, who has been through this, of course, which is why we're doing this whole thing.
She's only 5 weeks post-op. So
this is
good
true
for her. She's like sitting in a chair and she's got a smile on her face, and woo, I wasn't doing that in 5 weeks, so she's doing great.
I'm icing. Let's keep it real.
Oh, good for you.
I got gam up on another stool, and I'm icing.
You got to sit and talk to us. You may as well get some kind of relief.
Exactly.
So we will kick off some questions such as what led you up to having total knee replacement surgery? Have you been dealing with pain for a long time? Was it affecting your quality of life that you're like,
Oh, God, super impacting. I had a kind of failed meniscus repair. I didn't do the physical therapy afterwards because my mom was in hospice, and, you know, one finds every excuse in the book not to do their PT. Let's just be honest. But anyway, it was I have mid-20s kids, and so since 2017, I haven't been able to like do the vigorous hikes or really do a whole lot. When we went on vacations or just got together, we live in a beautiful part of the world, and they'd go off to go do, you know, a nice hike, and nope, I'd be home cooking, which, you know, okay, fine, we got to eat. Yeah. And I went in for a partial, but soon realized that at my age, partials fail much faster than full knee. And I'm 71, and I didn't want to be facing full knee in my 80s. Well, I know people have knee replacements all the time, but a re-surgery at 85 or 90?
I don't want to do this again. So I had mine at 61. So we're just 10 years apart, and this better last the rest of my life, because I'm not.
And I'm not getting the other knee done. I heard you say it. I am totally engaging my glutes when I walk, so that to take the pressure off my non-surgical knee while engaging the, you know, quads on my other leg. Oh my God, it's a full-time job.
It is.
But anyway.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Had you been through gel shots or knee shots or cortisone, or
did you have
any of that stuff leading up to it?
I did. I had, for years, I've had different gel shots, which all work for a few months. Yeah. I did not have cortisone, but somehow that has ended up on my record. Maybe it's a requirement to get total knee. I don't know. But I did stem cell with Innate Healthcare Services in Scottsdale, Arizona. Fixed my thumb.
Huh.
I mean, I have strength in my hands again. My thumb's bugged me decades longer than my knee. They're fine. They're even smaller. So stem cells work great for some stuff, not when you're bone on bone.
So no total thumb replacement for you?
No total thumbs, no.
Well, you know, I've heard through all of this since I had my knee replacement that that the cortisone shots actually can deteriorate that area in there, which make it more necessary to have this done. And so my right knee, it's like, no matter what, I'm not getting shots in it. I'm not doing anything. I'm just exercising, and it's gonna
Smart. I knew that decades ago, so I would never ever get a cortisone. I was hell no.
I didn't know. So good for you.
Well, I have a functional medical doctor, and I have for decades. And they just believe differently. They look at whole body systems, and they do different blood tests. And I don't know. I just got good advice early on. I did full hormone replacement therapy, bioidentical, at 50, and I'm 71 now, and I'm still on small doses. And my DEXA scan is remarkable. My heart health, remarkable.
That's awesome.
And I contribute that to bioidentical. And now, of course, everyone's coming out with, oh, hormones are the ticket. It's like, yeah, I had to fight a doctor for them in 2004.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, that's what I've been finding too, is because I've been on it for a while, and they are really good, especially when you've started them younger. That's when they're really helpful. And that was something that was concerning to me because, I worry about this hardware that's in my knee. And so I worry about things like bone loss, as we age.
Oh, I know.
But being on the hormones, helps to prevent that. So, I'm really hopeful that
eating right
will allow me to stay on them. So anyway.
Yes, you're lucky.
Yeah.
And also avoiding inflammatory foods. You got to figure out what gets your gut going. I can't eat corn.
Yeah, we've done anti-inflammatory diets and stuff.
Had your blood work done to see what you're intolerant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you're smart to do all this ahead of time.
Sometimes the inflammatory stuff is very tempting.
It is delicious.
Oh, sugar, my biggest. And I can't eat it. I don't have more than 20 grams of carb in a meal, ever.
Good for you.
So
good for you.
Helps your bones.
So when did you know that surgery was what you needed to do? When did you know that?
2 years ago.
2 years.
2 years ago, when everybody else did a wonderful hike in Hawaii, and there I was watching people go up.
Yep.
Just kind of feeling sorry for myself. And and that's when I knew. But like you said, one must ask for the knee surgery. No one tells you, wow, look at that, bone on bone, girl. Yeah. You have to fight for it.
Yeah.
So, and I'm on.
How long did you say you knew 2 years ago, but you just had surgery 5 weeks ago. I mean, how long until you finally said, I want the surgery, let's do this?
My fault. I wanted a partial. I've interviewed 5 surgeons, all really good surgeons in my area. Easy to vet, And I found 2 who would do partials, but they're so backed up. I was a year away from getting the surgery, especially where I live. It's getting so populated now that you have a hell of a time getting an appointment for anything. This population, the professional population, is not caught up with the growth. Sure, you experienced that, a different.
It's a long way.
Yeah, you got to drive. So that's what I did.
Oh, good for you.
We talked a little bit about this as we were setting up this earlier in the meeting. The research, did you do any research? Know what questions to ask? That kind of stuff?
I thought I did, because I talked to a lot of my friends who'd had it. But honestly, so many of them were still kind of traumatized, especially by old surgeries before they did them better. That they were just like, oh, just get ready, oh my God. And so that made me scared for a period of months, thinking, oh, I can deal with it, until I'm dragging this leg. And then I did research, talked to people. But, it's through finding like your channel that I knew what exact questions to ask.
I didn't know what to ask. I didn't know what to say.
Well, thanks to you, I knew what to ask.
That's awesome.
You use a tourniquet. Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? I mean, he was like, yeah, I use a tourniquet. You want to bleed out? I'm like, oh, okay. What are the after effects? He goes, yeah, there can be some bad ones, but I don't usually have those. I'm pretty quick. So.
Well, good. I'm glad that the questions helped you. That's awesome.
Yes. Oh my God. I was like running to my husband going, listen to this. Listen to this. Finally.
Good. That's fantastic.
Yeah. things I had never thought about. I mean, when I said, "Are you going to put a pain pump in my incision?" He said, "Oh God, no."
Oh,
Oh God,
I
no.
wish my doctor had said that.
And he just, so I mean, I should have just put my computer on and turned it around and played your video and said, and that too.
So let me just say to the viewers that might be new here, what she's referring to is over on our travel channel, Half the Way We Go, when we did a couple of update videos about my knee on, I think it was the 9-week update, when I laid out a list of questions that I learned too late that you should ask the surgeon before you have the surgery. And so fortunately, Vicki found that video before her surgery and was able to ask those questions, and it just makes us so happy that they were so helpful.
And I'll make a plug.
Oh my gosh.
Say,
Yes.
If you, viewer out there, want a list of those questions, because you're like, I don't even know what to ask, just drop us an email. hello@hathaway. Nope. hello@totalkneetalk.com.
There you go.
And we will send you a PDF of some starter questions to get the conversation.
Oh my God, yes, so grateful.
Yeah, awesome.
So grateful.
So
I had been mailed an initial interview, or even when I first requested information, they sent me a packet, and my surgeon has written a book. I don't know if it's available, but let me get it. It's called, I don't know if this will show up, Ortho School. Does it show up backwards?
No, that's great.
That's
good.
good. Ortho School.
Ortho School. So this is my surgeon, Kuntz. He is retiring in a year. He's like 50. He's getting an MBA and going to do money next. Anyway, so I actually wrote your questions in the front of this book. And so when I showed up to talk to him, I was like, with all these extra questions, and I had a sheet of paper because I started realizing I was going to run out of room. And your surgeon will talk to you and should talk to you for as long as you need, because he's going to make 80, 90K doing this surgery. Yeah. It's amortizes pretty nicely if he talks to you for an hour.
Right.
And then operates on you for an hour. That's pretty damn good pay.
That's good money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, of course, he's his education and experience figuring.
And then considering I've never seen my surgeon again since surgery, I've only seen the physician's assistant when I go in. For
same here.
Visits. Yeah, so
that's who I'll see on the 30th is the guy who was in. I mean, I saw him. I saw my surgeon right before surgery, and then while I was like sitting on the table getting ready for my spinal or whatever they call it, I mean, it was just walls of different metal pieces, parts. And they were just like setting up and, and then I woke up in recovery.
Wow.
Well, since you started that, let's talk about your, the day of surgery, what your experience was. You talked a little bit about that of getting the spinal. Cindy does not remember hers because they gave her the drugs. So.
I was afraid. I was so afraid. I've had 4 babies and I never had an epidural for any of my babies.
Oh.
So I'd never experienced that. And so I was really, really afraid, and I suffer from anxiety anyway. So I told them. And so when the anesthesiologist came in to talk to me, I told her, I said, I'm terrified. I'm just terrified. She said, well, we'll give you something to relax you. So I don't remember it. And apparently I talked.
You did.
And I'm like, well, I'm glad I didn't say anything I shouldn't have. But yeah, I don't remember getting the spinal. I don't remember any of that. Apparently I asked about Jimmy. Right? Didn't I ask if he ate breakfast or something like that?
Yeah, so.
Your dog?
Because we had somebody checking on the dogs while we were, because, we had to leave here at dark 30 to get down there. And so the neighbor came over and fed the dogs. So while I'm out of it, I'm like, did Jimmy?
Totally understand.
So let's talk about
I'm at the end.
surgery.
Yeah. So, you meet I go in with cookies or donuts always. When I go in for surgery, I go in bearing gifts because I want attention. So I had all these high-end cookies and, just from the grocery store, but packaged and sealed. And so, boy, I got more attention from the nurses than you can imagine because I wanted to know what each of them picked, you know.
Well,
So they'd come visit. And anyway, the anesthesiologist came in chewing, little teeny tiny person. And she asked me if I was nervous, and I said no. I'll know to say yes next time, so I get better drugs quicker. And yeah, they run a line like wherever they can find a straight enough vein, and I have little slippery veins, so they use the back of my hand. They might use the back of your arm. You know, who knows where they're going to run your line. And yeah. It just takes a while. You know, everything takes a while. You get there and you're like,
what was it like for you the moment you woke up? Do you remember that moment? Do you remember waking up feeling pain or just feeling like, oh yeah, it's over?
well, I've had a bunch of different surgeries. So I woke up and I had great nurses. Oh my God. Since I was I always request last surgery because then you get all the attention in the world. The surgical floor is empty. Everybody visits you. The anesthesiologist is all the time in the world. The physical therapist, they want to get you out of there, so they keep visiting. I don't know. It's just easier for us if I request last surgery because I don't get hungry until noon or 1 or 2 anyway. Yeah, I don't remember. I remember waking up and just the nurse was sitting there and my husband was sitting there and just, you know, start talking.
See, I woke up moaning in pain. The instant I came awake, I just started moaning in pain. And I remember that the instant terror that I had when I felt that pain, because I've had several surgeries myself and I've never woken up in pain. And so the nurse was right there and said, you know, how you doing? And I was just like, oh. And she said,
oh my God,
pain meds on board. And so, you know, within not too long, they got some pain meds going, you know, that things got better. But yeah, that was pretty terrifying.
oh my God, that would be horrible. No, I never, I told him though that I've had breakthrough wake ups during surgeries.
Oh dear.
So yeah, redhead. So,
Glad that didn't happen.
yeah. Yeah, so I
Did you
told the anesthesiologist and she asked me a bunch of questions and said that shouldn't be happening, but don't worry, it won't happen with me.
Good.
So she may have given me, in fact, my legs kind of refused to wake up. So they got me out of bed and tried to get me on my walker and my legs were like 2 limp fish, you know, flop. He just like slid under me.
Well, you would last surgery. They wanted to get you out of there.
Right? Stand around.
Nope. Oh yeah, they were testing me. It's like, holy cow, you know, it's been half an hour.
Yeah. Did you go home that day then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we have pretty big stairs, so I had to be able to climb stairs, which you're going to be able to. You've got so many drugs. Oh, and then the anesthesiologist came in later and ran a line and injected at the knee more pain relief, and it lasted way overnight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, much better than a pain pump.
Yes.
So what was your first week like?
Day 1, kind of a blur. They give you that belt for PT, you know, the belt, it's like 6 feet long and, you know,
gate belt.
Tighten, and people can help you get on and off the toilet, get you sat on your shower seat. Anyway, my poor husband was hauling me around like the albatross I am. He was like, and I was, that poor guy's a saint. Anyway,
so your week sounds
it was. So the 3rd day was my worst day. I was convinced I'd made a horrible mistake. I just felt like, put me in diapers. I ain't getting up to pee. And that, you know, come on, you know. So he's having to, you know, no, you're okay.
Oh no. Hold on. Looks like hopefully she comes back.
Way. So we talk not just weather or last night's show, but knees, joints, and the stuff they don't show. MRIs, X-rays, a waiting room tale of bone on bone grinding like a rusty rail.
I did too much that day. Oh, it was debilitating because I also started PT that day. Yeah, I was walking all over the house. It didn't hurt. It was a honeymoon that soon ended. It was dreadful. I mean, realio, trulio, unbelievable amount of fear, exhaustion, despair. I made a mistake. I'll never be normal.
Yeah.
And then day 5, I had a honeymoon day, up and at 'em, walked to the bathroom in the middle of the night. It scared me, so I yelled for help, but honestly didn't need it. I saw a PT later that day who gave me some tricks on getting around, but in any event, I just did too much. And so then 6 through 8 or 9, brutal, because I started PT.
When did you start PT? When was your first day of PT?
Day 5. That was as soon as I could get in, even scheduling it that far out. And like, I forgot to schedule for August, and now there's no slot.
But you were probably doing things at home that the doctor told you to do, right? Like, were you doing
I had sheets.
And
yeah, and then trying not to get blood clots. Yeah, ankle pumps and all that stuff. And the PT had me doing more vigorous things. Mm-hmm. And when the hospital PT gave me sheets on stuff I was supposed to do. When the actual physical therapist that I went to saw the sheet, she went, I wish they wouldn't do that, because then people think they don't need to come to PT. They think they could just do these exercises, and your recovery will be slower. And I'm going to jump to physical therapy, and you maybe have to come.
Good.
They're very nice and sweet. And actually, she just massaged my scar because I expressed concern about that adhering. I'd had that trouble in the past in my gut. And so she worked on that, and she massaged, and we talked a lot about expectations. And she put me on the bike, and I could only do, I couldn't go all the way around. And I have a little mini pedals at home. Don't you have one of those?
Yeah, I did.
Just the pedals? Yeah, I'm going to loan that to someone too. Yeah, it was helpful.
Yeah, I ended up getting a recumbent bike.
That's what I have now. But it's still kind of uncomfortable. It's not as good as the physical therapist one, because I'm doing weighted bike stuff now at her place. Here, it'd kill me because I can't get the right attitude in the seat. I kind of, anyway. So for me, physical therapy has been a godsend. Like, I think this leg, the reason it's had troubles is because even my dad, my uncles, everybody has a leg that flips out. The left leg kind of flips out when they walk. It's a hip issue. It's, it's something wrong with our anatomy. And now I kind of baby in and sitting with, even when I put pressure, the flex, that's not flex, it's the other one. What's the other one called when you straighten? Extension. When I do my extension stuff, my foot's a little slanted out, so it's more to the exterior, and so I'm shortening the interior, and in order to walk properly, I have got to. So now it's kind of brutal because I'm having to put my foot up, my heel up on a pillow, and hang weights from below my knee and above my knee.
To get the extension, to get it to go straight.
To get it perfectly flat, like -5, because that's a normal gait. So I'm like, yeah. But you do everything they tell you to do, and you do more.
Your physical therapist sounds great, though. It sounds like they, at least, like the massage and everything. That's wonderful.
And she still massages the adhesion.
Did they like physically bend your leg and push down on it to try to make it go straight? Or are they?
Yes. Every time.
Oh,
yeah.
That's tough.
But she does other things, like I have a ball behind my back and I slide, the ball and me slide down and put pressure on my knees and then straighten up. She has me like, getting on a stair and then dropping heels one at a time or both. And and then standing on my tiptoes, at the bar and
And that's the kind of thing that just amazes me, because at 5 weeks and you're describing all these different exercises that they're having you do. And when I was at 5 weeks, they were still having me do the same things that they had me do in prehab.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down and put a ball between my knees and squeeze it together, and ride the bike for 5 minutes and lay on the bed and do heel slides and do
no
quad lift. Yeah, there was no progression. They never added more stuff. And so
I did something new every other day. It's like,
awesome.
gee. Yeah. But she is a skilled physical therapist. She does joint repair. I mean, I see people coming out of there where she has adjusted their braces, to get them to move. And it's just like, where did she learn how to do this?
Yeah. No, you're very fortunate that you have.
I'm lucky.
Physical therapist, because it's tough. And we live in a very small town, so I only had the one option. And so that's why we finally just quit, and because I could do better on my own. And
I was horrified when I told Ken, I tell you what, I'm getting up and walking off. If they walk off and leave me, I'm out of there. I will find someone else who's with me 100% of the time.
Yeah. No,
and she pushes me. Like, I didn't start driving, even though I could have. I don't know. You know how once you don't drive, you're kind of afraid to drive again. Mm-hmm. And it's half hour each way. And it's a twisty, turny canyon road to go. And, I'll admit I'm a little drifty. So, I'm like, looking for elk or moose or something. And then, whoa. So she was just like, nope, you got to do it. We have valet parking here at the hospital because it's affiliated with a huge hospital.
So when was the first time you drove?
This last week.
So
this week, Monday.
Wow.
Yeah, just 4.5 weeks. And I could have driven it too. But
now, did you do your left knee or right knee?
Yeah, lefty.
Left.
So
all
driving should be easy.
There. Yeah.
It's just, how hard it was. Well, you know how hard it was to get in a car.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. And then, trying to get your walker out. And I also took ice packs with me. I loaded up your little ice packs in one of those igloo coolers with ice on top of, so I could ice after therapy. Because, I was hurting for certain afterwards. Yeah. But that night, I was so much more able. It was just amazing. Like, I could barely go downstairs. I was like, oh, and then after therapy, dun, 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 dun.
See, that's amazing. And I was completely the opposite. I would go in there and they would set me back. I would not be able to do anything for about 36 to 48 hours. It would take me to recover from that. So,
it took me a full day after. I could never do every other day therapy. I do it Monday, Thursday.
Yeah.
And this week I had to do Monday, Wednesday because she and her family are doing a trip, and it was hard.
And then are you doing your own therapy at home on the other days?
Every day, the bike longer and longer, and now I've added what's it called when you pedals push harder? Resistance. I've added resistance.
Oh, good.
Just a little because I have to reach further to complete the revolution. But, I might add more resistance and go back to whoop, whoop, just not. And I use my stairs in my house to do some of the stuff. The stand sideways on the stair and stand up to take weight. All the things you're doing, just.
Right. Well, it sounds like you're doing great though for 5 weeks. So let's talk about the emotional side of it.
It's been rough.
Did you notice a lot of emotions and
Yeah. Still.
Yeah.
Still. I'm not crying all the time, but I've had 2 days of utter teary. Oh, and I don't want to see anyone still. I don't want people bringing me food. None of my friends even know I've had this surgery. Well, for one thing, My husband's a vegetarian. I'm a carnivore and a picky one. Is that grass-fed meat? No dairy, no grains, no this, no. So who would cook for me anyway? But I've told almost no one.
Yeah.
But it's because I'm so emotional. It's just hard. And I don't want to talk about it.
Right. No, I get
it's
that.
so sick of talking about my knee.
I was not ready for that. I had no idea I was going to be so emotional. And I think for me, and tell me, with you, did you ever feel like you really regretted that you did it? I mean, did you have a day where you were just like, why did I do this to myself?
I've had 2 days.
Yeah.
Day 3, and then oddly enough, at like 2 weeks when I wasn't seeing any progress, my knee was just as painful, more so. I mean, way more painful than it had ever been. I was just like, this was the stupidest idea.
Yeah.
I should have just gotten more stem cells or,
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's,
I felt that way a lot. I felt a lot like I wished I hadn't done it, and I would have rather just dealt with the pain that I had before than the pain was going then. So
yeah, it's extreme. The pain we had before was like an old friend, wasn't it? Like, oh, I know this.
Yeah.
Right.
I can distract myself, pick up my reading or, a crossword or something and distract myself. Watch a mystery. Now, this is worse. Oh, and also couldn't watch TV. Kind of couldn't read.
I couldn't
One
read.
girlfriend, I can't read. I can't concentrate.
Yep.
I read
Yep.
the same. Then her girlfriend called and said, well, take that knitting back up. And I thought, oh, yeah, right. I'd end up with, please. Yeah, and give me a complicated fisherman's pattern while you're at it.
Yeah, well, that's good to hear, because I thought there was just something wrong with me, that I felt like I couldn't focus or concentrate on anything. So I was able to watch TV, and that was like my saving grace. I just watched TV all day long. I mean, of course, I'd get up and walk.
Yes, you have to get up.
I got up and walked every hour. I'd get up and walk. Sometimes I'd walk a little further than others, but our house is small, and so I would just do laps back and forth in my house.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
I still haven't walked much.
Yeah.
We live on acreage though, and it's it's hilly, clumpy. We have elk on our property, so there's divots. We have ditches, disguised by. So I'm not walking. I mean, I could walk up the driveway.
I think I was about 4 or 5 weeks, and I went to the grocery store with Dee one day because I wanted to be able to, and I, of course, had my walker still, and I wanted to be able to walk in a bigger place with wide open spaces that was nice and flat. And so while he was grocery shopping, I was just tooling up and down all the aisles.
Browsing,
saying hello to people, whatever.
Just looking.
But I did.
No, I grocery shop because the buggy is nice. You hold on to essentially a big stroller, and I've been grocery shopping mainly because, well, like I said, picky.
Well, you got to eat. You got to eat.
Gotta eat. I pre-froze portions of food, tons of them. I pre-cooked sausage and bacon, and
good for you.
so I had because my husband's vegetarian. He's not going to fry me a bacon. And that's another thing. I did not feel like eating. I have lost weight.
I did too in the beginning, but don't worry, it'll catch up with you.
Oh, it's sneaking back. Yeah, I stopped it in and out.
My appetite has come back.
That's a good tip for anybody watching this: is make some meals ahead of time.
Oh God, yeah. And I froze them in my glass containers and then pop them out and then put them in Ziploc, suck the air out. Or you could use your food saver, if you're so inclined. And that way my husband could just bing plunk, heat it up, bring it to me on a tray.
That's right.
And he didn't have to.
That is a great idea for people to do, because I'm fortunate, so fortunate, that Dee does all the cooking even when I'm healthy.
Most.
Oh my God. Hang on to him with both hands and feet. Oh, geez.
worry about that at all. He loves to do all the cooking, but in a situation like yours, or maybe a woman
Most people.
whose husband doesn't cook and doesn't know how to cook, at least he can reheat things. So that is a really great idea to do something like that ahead of time. So, okay, so I know you're only 5 weeks, but at 5 weeks, are you feeling like you're glad you did this yet? Are you feeling like it was worth it? Are you noticing that happening yet? Or are you still
No.
kind of in regret phase?
I'm not in regret. I am undecided.
Okay.
Because if this is going to hurt forever, and quite honestly, most of the therapies I do hurt.
Yeah.
And so then I'm an hour icing, every 20 minutes, off, on. And I don't know. I know it's going to be better because it's so much better now than it was.
Right.
And I'll get an x-ray at day 30. So I'm just worried sick that something's not right. And that's why it's hurting.
Yeah.
And my therapist has told me, no, 100% of people say this to me. Please don't concern yourself. And then of course, I'm finding lumps. Ooh, what's that lump on my knee? And she goes, oh, you mean that lump that is scar tissue that you need to keep working on? That's what that lump is. Feel it. She goes, you've got one at the top of the incision, one at the bottom.
Yeah, same. Yeah. And, so I had rotator cuff repair surgery 10 years ago, and that was a tough recovery for me. It was about 3 months out of my life that I was recovering from that. But I never even think about that surgery anymore. And I feel like the difference between the shoulder and the knee is there's no hardware in there. It's just my shoulder and they fixed it. But the fact that I have this hardware inside my knee, inside my leg, these pieces that I have these worries, are they going to loosen?
I know, me too.
Are they going to break? Is something going to happen? Are they not going to adhere like they're supposed to? Is the cement going to come loose? And so I have a lot of fears. And so I was interested to know if that's something that you think about. Well, you will now if you didn't before.
Well, when I started at week 2.5, maybe 3, we have a lily pond. And so I have some goldfish out there. And this is taking care of the pond and the plants are Ken's thing. Feeding the fish aren't. So I just knew those fish are probably starving. So I walk on the ledge to feed the fish. Yeah, and it's pretty high up, maybe halfway between my knee and my hip high. Wow. So I spin around like I normally do when I came to the higher wall and probably fall off. Luckily not into the pond. Actually, luckily would have been in the pond.
Right, a little softer.
Onto a granite fines. So I fell and I landed flat feet.
Oh.
And then of course, immediately cursing.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 I'm dead. My knees are going to fall. So I was fine. But then I started thinking, what if I have dislodged them?
Mm-hmm.
That. Mm-hmm. So now I have fear of that.
So you haven't had an x-ray yet since surgery?
Not yet. No, they did it. I saw the x-ray because, it's all in my file that I can access after the surgery. They took a bunch of pictures right after, and then they'll take another at day 30, which will be 6 weeks, I think. So I'll see, but I'm going to have to fess up about my little flat-foot escapade.
Yeah, that's scary.
And
that's one thing.
Well, she felt around. Oh, and I'm still a little bruised. I'm still kind of yellow in my. Well, I didn't bruise at all.
Oh, I thought she meant from falling.
No.
Oh, no. It's from the surgery.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the last couple of days that it's no longer yellow. That was weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, there's a constant niggle in the back of your head about this that I never had in my life.
Yeah.
So that's something to be aware of.
And I worry, how long is that niggle going to be there? Because I'm 5.5 months and it's still there. It's still there's.
Somebody told me until you're fully healed, till you're a year out.
Yeah.
And you're not icing, because nobody tells you how long you're going to do all this stuff.
Right.
Why the heck not?
Well, we're telling people now.
Right.
We're telling people.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
Yeah, you're still gonna be icing.
Right.
But that's the thing.
Yeah,
It's-
don't get
it's
rid of those ice packs. I got people who already got their names on these ice packs because their
Yeah.
dad or they are fixing to have surgery.
Awesome.
And I'm like,
They're good ice packs.
"Hi."
Good ice packs.
Our dog loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where are we? What do you?
Oh, pain management.
Oh yes, pain management.
Pain management.
Yeah. What are you
Okay.
taking?
Nothing.
Nothing
Okay.
now.
I'm done. Everything constipates me. So the opiates, I forget what they are. I forget what they were.
Oxycodone.
Oxycodone or whatever that
Yeah.
thing is. Oh, I was weird. I was like out of
Yeah.
body on that.
Yeah.
And it made me clumsy. So it's like, that's a mistake for me.
Yeah.
So then I was on the other one, tramadol, which contributes to anxiety.
Yes.
So then I was more anxious.
Yeah.
So I just started eating those at night. And I wasn't sleeping anyway. So if we can talk about not sleeping, I'm still not sleeping. I had to put on makeup today so I didn't scare y'all. I had bags you could pack under the eyes. So I looked at myself and anyway, I'm still not sleeping great.
Yeah.
I used to sleep through the night, no trouble.
How are you sleeping? I mean, in what position?
Position?
Are you trying to sleep in comfortable positions?
Yes, but it's hard because your knee hurts. If you're not on your back.
My physical therapist told me I needed to sleep flat on my back with my legs straight.
Yeah.
And
Mine
elevated.
told me sleep is more important than position. We can correct all the positions the next day.
That's
You
it.
wake up, you're stiff, you get on that bike and then start working on extension and flex. But sleep is how you will heal. Do whatever you have to do to sleep. So then I took Tylenol PM. And you know how that shit makes you weird for 12 hours.
Yeah.
After there's a hangover from it. So then I had anxiety from that.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
telling you.
so you're not doing anything now? Are you doing Tylenol as needed, or?
Once in a blue moon, I think I got from Medicare some extended release, extra strength, like 625 milligram Tylenol. And I forget to take it. And I was on meloxicam.
Mhm.
They didn't want to give it to me because it's contraindicated with just my physical, my blood panel.
Oh.
But I had my functional medical doctor read through it, and she went, "Nah, your kidney function looks great. Your liver function looks great. Go ahead and use it to get through this.
Yeah.
We can do a cleanse after or something." So,
Yeah.
but I'm off meloxicam now because it's constipating.
Oh, see,
Right,
that wasn't just the oxy was for me. So I am actually still taking acetaminophen, but I have a friend that lives in Canada who told me about a product that they have there, and it's called Roboxacet. And so
What?
it's acetaminophen with a muscle relaxer in it. And
Prescription?
No. No, I have to buy it through, I found it at some Canadian health store thing, and I have to pay a crap ton for shipping or whatever.
Oh, I
but
would
it's worth it.
totally pay for that. What
Yeah.
about Mexico?
I don't know.
Maybe. We haven't looked there.
Yeah, I haven't looked there, but I know it's a Canadian made thing.
Huh.
This friend, she actually gave me some when we were up there. Well, we were in the very northernmost part of Washington, and she came down to visit, and I had back problems at the time. And so she gave me some of this stuff. And so I remembered that I had it, and I tried it, and I was like, wow.
Oh, I will totally look into getting that.
So yeah,
Because I
Roboxacet.
I should write it down.
I think it's
I'll put it in my Bible.
Robaxacet.
Okay. Wait a minute, I don't have a pen. Hang on.
I'll tell you. I can tell you later.
Or you can watch this video when it comes out, and then
Yeah.
you'll know.
What?
Just watch this video when it comes out, and then you'll know. It's Roboxacet.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I avoid seeing myself on camera. I always go, "Oh my God, I look so chunky."
I can see where I got it.
Okay, what else?
So,
Yeah. What else?
Do you want to see my array of goodies?
I can see
Or
that.
nah.
I see your shower chair. Did you have a toilet seat riser?
No, because we have a really high toilet with a
Oh.
bidet on it, from Costco. Oh my God, bidet essential. And I used all those pillows for various things.
Yeah.
I will show what we use so much the first 3 or 4 days.
You show what you want to.
And you get it in that knee kit thing you link to on Amazon.
Uh-huh.
So you hook your foot in here and then you pull your leg up because this is stiff. You pull your leg up onto whatever you need because I couldn't lift my leg.
Yeah.
So
Your
that
quad wouldn't wake up.
my what?
Your quad.
My
apparently
quad.
doesn't wake
No.
up. Yeah.
It took me a week to be able to figure out how to wake up that quad. You know, you lift your kneecap and now it's like effortless. It was just wild. Neither knee.
Yeah, I still have some issues with my kneecap, and I'm looking forward to that going away. But
Issues with your kneecap?
it's sore. I just am very aware that I have a kneecap. Like
Yeah, me too.
If I'm laying down on my back and I do a heel slide, I can slide my heel toward me and my knee feels okay that way. But as soon as I start sliding it out, it hurts my knee. Hurts my kneecap. So, you know.
It's not the scar?
No,
it's
not the scar. It's like under my kneecap. So I don't know. I'm just, you know, but I'm just always glad when I stand up and I can put weight on it. And I know that, okay, there's no pain when I'm putting weight on it. I always look for that because I feel like that means everything's okay if I can put weight on it. So, you know, I do a lot of that.
Yeah, this is harder than I thought it was going to be by light years.
Yeah.
Because I usually heal super quick. I had a huge belly surgery just to fix some female issues. And the surgeon accidentally left the epidural in me for like 38 hours. He came in to check on me. And then he goes, "What are you still doing with that?" And my leg pumps. And I'm like, I don't know. But 7 of us who had the exact same, we were in an IVF group, and 7 of us who had the exact same surgery in that time period. I was up on day 5 shopping at Whole Foods and cooking for 14 priests and nuns on day 5 from that surgery. Yeah, I was pretty tired. But I mean, and then for all the surgeries I've had, I've just bounced back super quick. Not this one.
Yeah. This one's a horse of a different color. And
yeah, I thought
there are people that do though. There are people that just think it's not a big deal. They say, you know, the first week was hard and then it was great. And I had no problems.
Yeah.
So, you know,
better drugs.
Everybody, yeah.
Right.
Everybody.
I swear, because this hurts.
So looking back, knowing what you know now at 5 weeks post-op, what would you do differently?
I think early on, I would have been a little more rigorous with my heel slides and some other stuff. And I also didn't figure out, I mean, this is going to sound so elementary. I didn't figure out, don't take your walker into your toilet area with you. It just gets in the way of your feet. Leave that. Have someone help you onto the toilet. Use your hands and stick your surgery leg out straight and bend down. When my physical therapist told me that, she goes, "Why are you trying to toilet with your walker? Use your arms either on your sides or between your legs and, you know, sit like that. Put your leg out if it hurts, but start using that to get some flex in. Put a little pressure on your leg the minute you're able." And as soon as, you know, both my husband and I were like, thank God, because I was like a toddler getting on the toilet. You know, He was dreading it when I'd say, "Can I go to the bathroom?" I could hear him just, you know, it was awful. Yeah, she's gonna cry.
What about pre-surgery? Is there anything you would have done pre-surgery, knowing what you
I would have exercised more. Yeah, I was hurting, but I would have worked on quad strength. Mm-hmm. I would have done upright health or El Paso physical therapy. Mm-hmm. And I had put all this weight into my glutes to take pressure off my knee. I needed to work back on my quads. And I would have done that months before I just didn't.
Same.
And I think we'll tell everybody that, and no one's going to do it.
Right? Because I think what happens is, I know what happens is you get arthritis in your knees and your knees hurt. So you don't want to walk. You don't want to move. You want to just sit down and straighten out your leg or put it in whatever comfortable position, it is for you. And so that's what I did. So I wasn't doing anything. I'd become completely sedentary.
Oh God, me too.
So then when I finally decided, okay, I'm going to do this, at the very first meeting with the with the physician's assistant, she said, the doctor's going to want you to start PT right away. So I started PT immediately, and I ended up getting in the 4 months of PT. And, I realized, wow, I can exercise. I can do some things. I wish I would have done it. And I truly wish I would have given myself a lot more time with prehab. And that doesn't mean that I might not have avoided surgery by doing it, but maybe I would have been in better condition, that maybe my recovery would have been easier if I had done more prehab. So
mine for sure, because I'm jello now. I used to be athletic. Yeah. And just over the years of not doing a lot of stuff, I did Pilates for decades on a reformer. And now it's just jiggly. And it's so hard to come back.
Yeah.
You're starting from zero.
I don't think anything's going to come back. All I can do is make things stronger, but that's really all I'm hoping for at this point.
Yeah, I hear you. But I've got to. I got those 20-year-olds,
Yeah.
Got to keep on.
And that's the thing that I've realized through this too, is that exercise, I let my pain stop me from exercising, and I realize now that exercise is what would help alleviate some of that pain. And so, boy, exercise is going to be a part of my daily life for the rest of my life. Because
what I'm thinking about doing? Chair yoga. It works on everything.
Yeah.
Until I can do other stuff. Because right now, not too much. I get fatigued standing up for too long. How do people go back to work?
I don't know.
If you have a standing job?
People go back at 6 weeks. Some go back at 6 weeks, and I think
3.
Those are the ones that either they want to or they're going to lose their job if they don't. Most doctors suggest 3 months before you go back, but I don't know. I don't even know, even with a sitting job, because I could not have been comfortable sitting at all at that time. The fact that you're sitting here doing this interview with us is blowing my mind. At 5 weeks, I couldn't have done that. I was laying down with.
I've got a foot resting on, and I'm positioning myself to help myself.
Good.
I can't sit at a restaurant yet. I have to bring a bag with a pillow in it, which then I can rest. So I use this, whatever this bag is, with a pillow in it to rest my foot on in a restaurant, because some of the chairs are so dang high.
Yeah, you
just have to make accommodations, and
you do what you got to do to be comfortable.
Oh, and I also found the cane gets in the way. You get clumsy with that damn thing. It gets hooked. You use it, and then like somebody runs by you and hooks a foot on it or something, because people are just ridiculous. And
go out. So I didn't have that problem
either.
I didn't use.
Not as much as
I felt like
it's not convenient.
Yeah.
I'll take it when I travel, but
yeah, it gave me comfort. I didn't want to fall.
Yeah.
And I liked having that to hold on to, and to know that I wasn't going to fall that way. So
I haven't gone enough places either.
Yeah. What advice would you give somebody that tells you, "Hey, I'm going to have total knee replacement"? What advice would you give them? Would you say, don't do it?
Start working out. Good for you. Did you research your surgeon? Who's your physical therapist? Set up those appointments now. Get some food prepared. Clean up your diet.
That's all.
You want to be super healthy going. But, basically get in better shape if you're not.
Yeah.
Because that's the big mistake.
Because for me, when I've thought about that, my first reaction is to say, don't do it. Don't do it. You don't want to do this.
No, do
I
it.
can't because there's people need to have this done. I understand that, but yeah, it's so important to be prepared and get yourself as best shape as you can. I'm just amazed at the people that I've heard from that, they're still exercising and walking 3 to 4 miles or riding their bike 3 to 4 miles or whatever right up until surgery, and I'm like, well, then why
are you getting
surgery?
Yeah. Everyone I know who's talking to me about getting it is like a year or two past needing it. We're all, because of, can't find surgeons around here. Yeah, we're all like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's, it's a necessary evil, I suppose. But I do think that, just being in shape, having your body in the best shape that it can be is probably one of the best things that you can do to prepare yourself for it. And then, all those other things that you said are awesome. So is there anything else that you'd like to share with us and with people watching about this experience?
The hope I hold on to is, I know a lot of people all over. I'm at the age where, just know a lot of people. And the friends and family and acquaintances of mine who have had this exact surgery, few of them regret it. Very few. They all say, you won't look back, but be patient. It takes a year before you go, oh my God, this is great. And just be prepared for that. But they've got their lives back. And that's what I want. I don't want to be the outsider. Right. Watching my family go do all this wonderful stuff.
Right.
And I want to be in there with them in the thick of it.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not going to be jumping on a surfboard, but hey.
Right. I don't want to do things that are going to potentially, decrease the lifespan of my new knee.
I don't think that's the danger. I think the way they engineer them now and put them in, they expect it to last as long as you. Yeah. But partials, no.
But then I've also heard some say that, you shouldn't do jumping and running and things like that. I'm like, I know somebody that had total knee replacement and then went back to marathon running. And
oh my God. Yeah.
I need to reach out to her and find out because that was 6 years ago.
She's just planning on more surgeries.
See, that's
my doc said, no. I can play racquetball. I cannot do, I should find the chapter. I just read it. No, I'm not going to be a distance runner. I'm not going to be a sprinter. You can jog, but you shouldn't do high impact.
Right.
So, and I've also gone to super flat shoes. I've got shoes that let my toes spread out. I think these are called.
Are they the barefoot?
Vivo Barefoot.
Yeah, I'm wearing.
Yeah, they've got a coupon. These were 100 something, not 160.
I'm wearing the same shoe, the barefoot shoes.
I love them. Love them. You should put a link.
I used to always think I needed to wear Crocs or UFOs or something.
Oh.
Or my tennis shoes. Those are all so uncomfortable. The most comfortable.
My kids wearing Hoka's
barefoot shoes. So.
Yeah, I love these. Earth shoes.
Before we wrap up, which we need to because we've taken up so much of your time, but you mentioned your husband briefly and that he's just been an excellent caregiver. Can you imagine doing this without a caregiver?
How? I could not get on the toilet myself. I mean, I couldn't. I was wearing my old fresh produce dresses that are threadbare, so I could just hold up my arms and he could drop one on me. I mean, no undies to keep toileting easy. It's like, oh my God,
I don't know how people do it without a caregiver. So I'm
not for the first 5 days.
You and I are very fortunate that we've had
houses
to take care of us. So. Well, Vicki, we've really enjoyed meeting you and visiting with you and wish you all the best in your continuing recovery because
stay in touch.
You're just in the very early days, but you're doing great. I am so impressed with how well you're doing. So
I feel lucky.
Yeah.
Because one of my cousins is still kind of going through hell and it's been a year.
Oh, no. That's too bad. Well, hopefully, I think you're going to be by 3 months. You're going to be off and running. Maybe not running, but don't run.
Yeah.
Don't run.
Trotting. I'll be jumping to conclusions.
Just walk briskly. But we really appreciate you doing this. And
well, thank you so much for all you've done for us, current leg surgery people and future leg surgery people, because we needed the information. I felt like I was aware and kind of better armed, and that was information's essential. Okay, babes.
Appreciate that. All right. Thanks so much, Vicki.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Wow.
What?
She was fun.
She was fun.
She was
oh my gosh.
A ball of energy.
She was.
And
very
5
enthusiastic.
weeks.
I know.
Only 5 weeks. Wow. She's doing really good. But I was just really interested in how many commonalities her and I had.
Right.
Like when she said that she couldn't even read while she was recovering. Because I couldn't. I could not.
No concentration.
Of course, she said she couldn't watch TV though, and I'm like, I did not watch
you
TV.
can always watch
I can
TV.
always watch TV. And that's all I did.
Yeah.
That's all I did was watch TV. But
Yeah, I got you the Hallmark channel.
You did. You bought me the Hallmark channel.
I did, so she could watch that.
Yeah.
Worth
And
it.
then the comment she made that you liked about the bags.
Oh my gosh, when she said she has bags under her eyes you could pack. It's like, that was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was awesome.
She was great. She was great. Now, when she was showing us her props,
Yes.
and she said she didn't have a toilet riser because why? Because they had a tall toilet.
Because they
or
have a
something
tall
like that?
toilet.
But I loved my toilet riser, and the thing is, you never had to help me,
I did not.
and I wanted it that way. And I, like she was saying, holding on to the toilet or whatever. I had the toilet riser with the handles, and it was. I mean, I really hated giving it up.
Well,
I'd still like to use it.
Kudos
It was
to
so
her
nice.
husband for
Kudos to her husband for being such an amazing
Yeah.
caregiver, helping her with everything.
like the albatross that I am. She is just so funny. I enjoyed that so much.
She was great. We could be friends, and I hope we will
agree.
be,
I hope,
because
yeah.
she was just absolutely awesome. So, I did think it was interesting that she said it. Right now at 5 weeks out, she's still not feeling glad that she did
Yeah.
it.
But she would tell people, go ahead and do it.
Yeah,
So you're not at that point yet. You'd tell people, avoid this at all costs.
try to avoid it
Right.
first. But I don't know. Anyways, yeah, she was a lot of fun. Also, the fact that she also worries about the hardware loosening.
Yes.
Yeah. Because that's just something that's just that constant niggle. She said in the back of the mind.
That almost never happens.
It almost never happens, but I've always got the niggle. There's always a niggle.
Right.
Something's always niggling me. So
I want to jump to the technical thing here.
oh
The Starlink in the room. One, this was our first video.
yeah.
So thank you for sticking through it. I thought there's a lot of really good information in there. But as you might have noticed, partway through, we lost internet. This is the time when there was the Starlink worldwide outage.
Yeah, it wasn't just us.
Yeah. And it took a bit for us to get the backup up and going, and we actually recorded the rest of it as on a hotspot on our phone.
Yeah.
Is what we ended up doing. But it worked out. We got most of it in there. I don't know. We'll get better at this. I can't guarantee Starlink will keep working all the time. But we will get better at this.
We'll get better.
And fortunately, she was a fantastic first interview.
She was really, really great.
Yeah.
I loved her thought at the end that she holds on to the hope that one day she'll be fully recovered and have her life back. And so I thought that was great.
That's hope for you to hold on to
I do-
also.
I
And
do.
for you.
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's what hopes are for, right?
Hopes are, yeah.
We hold on to
I
hopes.
say don't get your hopes up, and I say that's what hopes are for.
That's what hopes are for. So yeah, so she was awesome. A big, huge thank you to Vicki
Yes.
for being such a fantastic guest, and we're excited to have another one.
We are. So if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for following along with us. If you're not, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, say that was great. Vicki's amazing, because you know it's true. And subscribe and hit that notification bell, because our next guest is also just a bundle of fun.
She is.
And
She is.
yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
She's from Australia and has a lovely accent.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't wait.
So yeah, hit that bell so you know when that one releases or drops, as the kids say these days, or said in the 80s.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Cool.
thanks for watching. Remember, give yourself some grace, cut yourself some slack.
And this is your recovery.
Let's talk knees, titanium knees. From hurting to healing, to taking the lead. Let's talk knees. So next time someone brings up knees, don't just nod, lean in with ease. There's a saga in those joints, a battle fought, a new way to move, a lesson taught. Full range in 6 months, that's the move. Let's talk knees, yeah.